Coming up on Broward Teen News, Jenna tells us about how a CBTV alumnus is making it big.
I visit Cypress Bay's Hope Club.
And Reed shows us a great hot spot for your next coffee run. I'm Cameron Guck.
And I'm Karina Aguilera. Sit back and relax because this special Cypress Bay High School edition of Broward Teen News starts right now. Cypress Bay High School is home to 69 clubs for our students.
And one of those clubs is UNICEF, who has been working to better the lives of children for over 70 years.
And one of UNICEF's members was lucky enough to represent the Bay in the Big Apple. Here's Jenna Laval with more.
UNICEF is a worldwide organization that raises money and awareness for the protection of children's rights.
We dedicate ourselves to giving children the best possible future that they can have, whether it can be in the basis of health or resources. We want to give them the happy childhood that they deserve.
While we're not the traditional club that meets every month, we are the club that makes such a big difference.
As a sophomore, Gabe Lazano heard of the work UNICEF did and joined to be able to give back.
We're fortunate to live where we live, and this is a way for us to pay it forward.
However, making a local impact wasn't enough for Gabe, so he decided to take his dedication nationwide, applying and being selected for the National Council.
After 3 months of many interviews and selection, I made it.
It's an amazing accomplishment because he's being not only representing UNICEF but representing Cypress Bay. He's representing all of us, and he's representing everyone, not only our work but all the members, all their hard work.
It reminds me of where it's going, because yes, while we are so clear about that, we send all of the money. We don't keep anything. We don't go to competitions. Being in the National Council, I am much more directly involved with these programs and these projects, and it's just great.
After being selected for this position, Gabe traveled to New York City to meet his fellow council members.
I am learning so much from these people, people that come from all backgrounds, from all around the country. So for me, it's a great personal benefit.
Even more informed and passionate than before, Gabe came back to the Bay, hoping to improve and expand Cypress Bay's UNICEF.
I am able to bring back that information from this big organization. I'm able to pass it down. That's great for the club in general, that I feel that it's a benefit.
Through him, we are able to find new ways to lead, to attract members, new ways that will bring awareness to different events.
Because I know more about what's going on, I will do more.
Now a part of the National Council, Gabe can give back to not only the children, but to the club that helped to start his UNICEF career. Jenna Laval, CBTV.
UNICEF isn't the only club at Cypress Bay looking to make a difference. The Hope Club meets Tuesdays after school, and Karina looked into the origins of this club. Here she is with more.
With over 4,700 students at Cypress Bay, it can be tough to stand out. But freshman Derek Steinberg is already making his mark on the Bay and filling room 345 and our school with a little bit of hope.
I have known a lot of people that have been depressed and people that feel lonely and need help. So I wanted to try to create a program to help people in any way possible. If they need help, they come to Hope Club, and we help them out.
Make them understand that there's people they can talk to. They don't have to be alone in what they're dealing with. That everybody suffers from stress and anxiety.
HOPE stands for Helping Overcome Problems Effectively, which is exactly what Derek wanted to do. At their first general meeting, a total of 8 prospective members came to learn more. But only a week later, roughly 70 students came to HOPE. And some of the club's leaders attribute this rise of interest to one person.
I was in the group chat for this club, and someone had mentioned that their friend was in the hospital. And the next day in school, when I heard it was not just a rumor, it really affected us. Like that we just started the club, it affected my friends, it affected me.
I think with this young man's passing last week, I think people, those who even didn't know him, realize that this could be somebody I know.
Ian Torres was only a freshman at Cypress Bay when he passed away. And now, after seeing a drastic rise in club members, Derek now has a bigger purpose for why he continues to feel passionate about HOPE.
It affects me a lot. I know I've known Ian throughout my whole life, and I want to do this for him. I want to make this big for him.
Now, with that goal in mind, Derek, along with the rest of his new club, can come together to spread the message of hope, while keeping someone close to their hearts along the way. Karina Aguilera, CBTV. Located in Milton Manors, the Alchemist is a shop that hand-makes its menu, from coffee to sandwiches.
And we sent our reporter Reed Kovitz for the inside scoop.
What's up, Cypress Bay? I don't know about you, but I like to start my morning off with a fresh cup of coffee. You know what? I know a better place. Let's go. Being confident. The Alchemist, opened up 2 years in Fort Lauderdale, has a unique way of making their coffee.
Hi, this is the Alchemist Coffee and Slicer, and this is our roasting process. It takes about 20 to 25 minutes, depending on the type of roast you want.
After it's roasted, they take a scientific approach on brewing their coffee. Many families and their furry friends come here to enjoy their delicious drink. Do you like the coffee? Do you like the coffee, Cash? Yeah, yes you do. After a quick bite of one of their delicious slicers, you can go on a little shopping trip, shopping for anything from orchids to road signs. It's no wonder this place picked up so quickly in social media. All right, now that I got my Snapchat in, this has been Weekend Hotspot reported from the Alchemist in Fort Lauderdale. I'm Reed Kovitz.
As much as I love some of today's films, I have to say, nothing beats Back to the Future.
And I'm a huge fan of The Breakfast Club. And if you're someone who loves older films, Felipe Vargas is here to tell you about some of the 80s biggest hits.
Recently, there's been a ton of prequels, sequels, and remakes of famous 80s films. And because of that, this week we decided to do things a bit differently and take a look back on one of the greatest decades in cinema history. I'm Felipe Vargas, and this is Movie Review 80s Edition. Few adventure films have become as recognized as Steven Spielberg's Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. This movie stars Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones, who has become regarded as one of the most iconic heroes of all time. Indiana Jones fills incredible sets with amazing action sequences. With enough humor to keep it fun, the first of 4 Indiana Jones movies are the perfect example of cinema at its most entertaining. Spielberg went on to produce Back to the Future 4 years later. Starring Michael J. Fox as a carefree teenager and Christopher Lloyd as a crazed scientist. This time-traveling adventure uses a fast-paced plot and beautiful visual effects to create an inventive and funny sci-fi film. This genre-combining movie seamlessly mixed comedy, fiction, and humor, keeping me at the edge of my seat. Taking a more realistic look at the life of a teenager is John Hughes' The Breakfast Club.
Lovers.
The Breakfast Club puts together 5 stereotypical high schoolers, revealing how appearances don't define who you truly are. This insightful movie is extremely relatable and redefined how we saw teenagers in society. Humorous throughout, The Breakfast Club is an emotional and authentic interpretation of high schoolers. These 3 great movies, along with dozens of other amazing 80s films, redefine entertainment. That's all for this week's Movie Review 80s edition. Felipe Vargas, CBTV.
Do you want me to take that one out back?
This is the last one.
Cypress Bay Television has been at Cypress Bay for 10 years, and many of our members go on to work in the television field because of what they learn in CBTV.
Hunter Frankie was part of the original CBTV crew, and now works at a local news station. Here's Jen Laval with the details.
10 years ago, Aftershock first aired to students at the Bay.
At the time, the TV class was different. There was no CBTV, there was no Kurt Doster being the teacher. It wasn't anything like it is now.
Although not the plan at first, Hunter Franke joined CBTV just as Aftershock began, and quickly came to realize it was where he was meant to be.
I fell in love with the creation of television, the creativity of the people around me, and ultimately being able to create something that other people can enjoy, make them smile, and inform them in the best way possible.
Others soon realized the same thing.
Because it got to the point where I would go to Publix, where people would be like, "Are you Hunter Franke?" And I'd be like, "Yes." And like, "Oh, my daughter, she goes to Cypress Bay, or my son goes to Cypress Bay, and they love Aftershock. They, play your videos online." And I was just in shock. I was like, "Are you serious? This is a high school television show," and I got parents at Publix being like, "Oh, you're that guy from that thing."
Hunter became the executive producer and the host of the show, and the president of the club.
In the beginning, though, there were 7 of us. So we wore a lot of hats, did a lot of things. And then I think the second time around, it was 16 of us in the second semester. And by the following semester, there was 60, 80 of us. So then that's when we started to have different positions and stuff.
Wearing those hats paid off, as the skills he learned in Cypress Bay television earned him his first professional job.
CBTV is basically a college course or higher in television. And that really prepared me to get work right outside of high school.
In 2013, Hunter was introduced to Channel 10.
It's such a valuable experience being here that I wouldn't want to be with any other station or with any other group of people. It's just honestly lucky to have found this particular group that I gel so well with and am able to create great television with and enjoy the process.
10 years after he helped to start Aftershock, Hunter's still wearing all those hats as the editor, producer, and on-camera talent at Channel 10. Jenna Laval, CBTV.
Ready, set, dine.
The Bay's basketball team has its very own fan club, the Lightning Lunatics. They come to every home game to cheer and add excitement to the game.
To last year's Lunatics captains, the organization is more than just cheering.
Being a lunatic means a few things. Most of all, it means helping the basketball team, but other than that, it's also just a great time with friends. We have so much fun as the Lunatics, and everyone looks forward to all the games.
We give them that extra energy that they need, when things aren't going their way or, the other team's gaining some momentum. When they call a quick timeout, we're up there, we're cheering, no matter what the score is, no matter how we're playing. Being a lunatic these last 4 years, man, the only word I can say, it's just been fun. There's no negative vibes in that crowd.
We bring electricity. That's what I think we bring. Because when you're in there and you just hear the crowd roaring, it's a feeling like no other. And I feel like we give that vibe off to the basketball team and it helps them win. Lunatics tradition is one that's really strong. It may be one of the strongest ones here at the Bay.
The things I've seen before the game, setting up the ESPN booth was very creative, and then they wear the luau outfits and the Bay outfits was funny, but also really creative.
There was one particular game we played against Flanagan. We were winning the whole entire game, and at the last second, one of their players hits 2 free throws to give them the lead. 4 seconds left, we're at the other side of the court. We inbound the ball to our point guard, Jordan Davis. He takes about 5 dribbles, gets a good screen, and hits a fadeaway 3-pointer to win the game at home. We were all in like a euphoric stage where nothing can go wrong. And when we got home, we all figured all right, this needs to be seen. We have so much power within us that we know that we can get this seen by the whole nation. So we started using the hashtag SCTop10 to get that shot on SportsCenter Top 10.
Lightning Lunatics, this one's for you. I got a million tweets about this one. Jordan Davis from Cypress Bay High, that's South Florida. The buzzer beater 3-pointer for the win to beat Flanagan.
We started to see, so many people started to see, wow, the Lunatics are for real. They're a fan base and they're legit. They had something so simple as a high school 3-pointer, made to end the game. And that was able to be, put next to, LeBron James's dunk or Novak Djokovic's serve or whatever it is. We were able to get that specific play on Top 10.
Whether it's a little girl with dreams of becoming a princess or an employee achieving that next promotion, we all have dreams, goals, and desires. The only obstacles preventing those dreams are those that you put in your own way. Mindset is everything, and by taking control of your life and thinking positively, you can progress to that next step. Follow your dreams, one step at a time.
Every year, CBTV members partake in STN Challenge, a national competition where students are given 6 days to produce content that fits a given prompt.
The theme for last year's film contest was the power inside, and 4 of our members created this short film.
And while they didn't place for STN, they were given the Best of the Best award at the Florida Scholastic Press Association State Convention for short film.
Help you. We're Supergirls. Yay!
I was right. Spider-Man is in with the Rhino. The last shipment of gold is due in today. Only the Rhino.
Superheroes don't exist. You have to grow up. Superheroes are for boys. You don't have superpowers. Don't ruin your Barbies.
Aside from STN, our members are also a part of SkillsUSA, a partnership between students, teachers, and the industry working to ensure that America has a skilled workforce.
CBTV competes in 5 skill competitions and 9 leadership competitions. Last year, our digital cinema, TV production, and photography competitors all went to Louisville, Kentucky for the national competition.
Here is a digital cinema entry that won 3rd place in the nation, produced by Felipe Vargas and Luis Torrado.
Where am I? Hello? Is anyone here?
Dad wanted me to give you this.
Hello? Excuse me. Excuse me. Wait. Wait, please.
What? It's the same room.
Do you know what you've done? Do you know all you've wasted? I'm sorry. A little rough patch in your life and you swallow 27 pills. Friends, family, the perfect life. And yet there you are, lying dead in a bathtub. I'm sorry. I'm just dazed and confused and scared and I don't know what's going on. Yes, you do. Is this hell? No. This place is temporary. You choose what's next. Wait. So I can go back? If that's what you wish. Think of it as a second chance. A second chance. Hello?
Good morning.
Because SkillsUSA has regional, state, and national levels of competition, winning is a huge accomplishment.
In order to even make it to nationals, you have to beat nearly 2,600 teams. And our TV production team ended up beating even more.
Here's Drew and Alec Marsh's first place winning entry.
Welcome to Louisville, Kentucky, home of the SkillsUSA National Skills and Leadership Conference. Now, you might be asking yourself, what is SkillsUSA? Well, let me tell you, it is huge. I mean, huge. With 15,000 national attendees and over 360,000 members, SkillsUSA is the key to a more successful future. But why am I telling all this to you? I got it. You need to show America's future workforce what you're all about. The SkillsUSA Texpo. It's a combination of the two words technical and exposition. Boom, it's perfect. The SkillsUSA Texpo provides you with more exposure than ever before. There you go. And more sales opportunities, of course. Not only are you sharing your organization to students of interest, but you're sharing it with the top career and technical students in the nation. Share, inform, and educate. It all happens here at the SkillsUSA Texpo.
Thank you for watching the Cypress Bay edition of Broward Teen News.
The content in this episode is part of Cypress Bay Television's weekly news show Aftershock. If you want to watch more from CBTV, check out our show at cypressbaytv.com.
And while you're at it, you can follow us on Twitter for club and show updates at Cypress Bay CBTV. I'm Cameron Guck.
And I'm Karina Aguilera. Have a great day.